शुक्लां भरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अगजानन पद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे। श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां श्रीहयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रीहयग्रीवमूर्तये नमः। सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। उमाकोमलहस्ताब्जसम्भावितललाटकं हिरण्यकुण्डलं वन्दे कुमारं पुष्करस्रजं। வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு ஹரஹரோஹரா. லோகவீரியம் மகாபூஜ்யம் சர்வரக்ஷாகரம் விபும் பார்வதி ஹிருதயானந்தம் சாஸ்தாரம் பிரணமாம்யகம். சுவாமியே சரணமையப்பா. வாகர்த்தாவிவ சம்பிரக்தோ வாகர்த்த பிரதிபத்தஹே जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। श्री पार्वती परमेश्वराभ्यां नमः। कोमलं पूजयन् वेणुं श्यामलोऽयं कुमारकः वेदवेद्यं परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। पीताम्बरं करविराजितचक्रशङ्खकौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रं राधासहायम् अतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालयेशम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। कृष्णो रक्षतु मां चराचरगुरुः कृष्णं नमस्ये सदा। कृष्णेनैव सुरक्षितोऽहमसकृतिं कृष्णाय दत्तं हनः। कृष्णादेव समुद्भवो मम विभो कृष्णस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्। कृष्णे भक्तिरचञ्चलास्तु भगवन् हे कृष्ण तुभ्यं नमः। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं नम्राणां सन्निधत्ते सततमपि पुरस्तैरणभ्यर्थितानपि अर्थान् कामानजस्रं वितरति परमानन्दसान्द्रां गतिं च। इत्थं निःशेषलभ्यो निरवधिकफलः पारिजातो हरे त्वं क्षुद्रं तं शक्रवाटी द्रुममभिलषति व्यर्थमर्त्यव्रजोऽयं। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं श्रीभट्टपादम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। वंशी विभूषितकरात् नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरात् अरुणबिम्बफलादरोष्टात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने। കൈരണ്ടും കൂപ്പി ഞാൻ വീണ്ടുമീറക്കുന്നു നീരജലോചന നിന്നോടായി. ഏതീനു മഞ്ഞനെ കുമ്പിടേണ്ടത്തോറും പ്രീതിയിൽ നീ എന്നെ പാലിക്കുന്നായി. കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ. Good morning, everyone. Okay, looks like we have a very limited crowd today. Okay. All right, we'll do 44. If you maybe Bhuvana, you can do 44. And Priya, can you do the 45 5 stanzas?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. And Bhuvana, I can go.
कृष्णाय परब्रह्मणे नमः। गूढं वसुदेव गिरा कर्तुं ते निष्क्रियस्य संस्कारान् हृदगदहोरा तत्वो गर्गमुनिः त्वद्घृतं विभो गतवान् नन्दोदनन्दितात्मा बृन्दिष्टं मानयन्नमुं यमिनां मन्दस्मितार्द्रमूचे त्वत् संस्कारान् विधातुमुत्सुखदी
Sorry,
यदुवंशाचार्यत्वात्
Manda Smitardram Uche, and then there is pause. Okay.
गति
Manda
गदीः
Smitardram Uche, and then there is a pause. After that,
Muche.
and
Oh,
then the
Twat.
last
Twat
is
is in the next line, is it?
huh?
Twat is in the next line, is
Yeah,
it?
Tvat is in the next line. Tvat is
Oh,
the
okay.
next part of it. And then the end has Sukadhihi. There is a Visarga there. Okay.
Sukadihi. Yaduvamshacharyatvat sunibridamidam Arya karyamiti gathayan Gargo nirgadapulakaha Chakre tava sagrajasya namani गतमस्य नाम कुर्वे सहस्रनाम्नो ह्यनन्दनाम्नो वा इति नूनं गर्गमुनिः चक्रे तव नाम रहसि विभो कृषिधातुनकाराभ्यां सत्तानन्दात्मतां किला विलपत् जगदगकर्षित्वं वा गतयदृषिः कृष्णनाम ते व्यतनोत् अन्यांश्च नाम भेदान् व्याकुर्वन्नग्रजे च रामादीन् अनुमानुषानुभावं न्यगदत्
Yeah. Nyagadat Twam Aprakashayan Pitre.
So Tvam will be in the last line, sir.
Yeah, Nyagadatlinde, it'll be in the last line. So
Oh,
Ati,
okay.
but that word is Atimanushanubhavam. You said something slightly different there. Atimanushanubhavam, and then a
Bhavam.
comma there.
Okay. Atimanushanuभावं न्यगदत्वामप्रकाशयन् पित्रे स्निह्यति यस्तव पुत्रे मुह्यति स न मायिकै पुनः शोकैः दृश्यति यः स तु नश्येत् इत्यवदत्ते महत्त्वं ऋषिवर्यः जेष्यति बहुधर दैत्यान् नेष्यति निजबन्धुलोकममलपदम् श्रोष्यति कीर्तिरस्येति भवद्विपुदिं ऋषिरुचे अमुनैव सर्वदुर्गं कृतास्तमत्र तिष्ठध्वं हरिरेवेत्यनपिलपन् हरिरेवेत्य न विलपन् इत्यादि त्वामवर्णयत् स मुनिः
Bilapan, and then there is a comma. Ityadi Twama Varnayat Samunihi is next line. Okay.
Okay, sorry. हरिरेव येत्य न विलपन् इत्यादि त्वामवर्णयत् स मुनिः गर्गेथ निर्गतेऽस्मिन् नन्दित नन्दादि नन्द्य मानस्त्वं मद्गतमुद्गत करुणो निर्गमय श्रीमरुत्पुराधीश
श्रीकृष्णाय परमणे नमः। अयि सफल मुरारे भानुजानुप्रचारैः किमपि भवनभागान् पूषयन्तौ भवन्तौ सलितचरणकञ्चौ मञ्जरी शिञ्जा स्वर्ण कुतुलपाजौ चेर तुषारुवेकान्त मृतु सहस विहसन्तौ उत्मिषन्तबन्धौ वदनपतिकेशौ दृश्यपादाच तेषौ पूजकलितकरान्त व्यालकङ्कणङ्कौ मतिम् अहरतम् उच्चैः पश्यतां Vishwa Nrishnam
Vishwa Nrunam. Yeah, Nrunam.
Nrinam Anusarati Jana Janake Kautuka Vyakulakshe Kimapi Krita Ninatam Vyah Santau Travantau Lalita Vatana Padmam Prishtato Tata Trishti Kimivadna Vitatate Kautuvam Vasudeva
Third line வந்து Valita Vadana.
Balita Vadana.
Yeah.
Tune எனக்கு வரல. நான் நேத்து போன வாரம்
Drutagatishu
வராதனால.
Drutagatishu Patanta Buttitau. அப்படி
Drita Katisha Padantau Uttitau Lipta Pankau Tavimuni Prabangaihi Sasmitam Vantyamano Trutamanmata Janatipyam Sanukampam Krihitau Munirapi Parirapaptau Trakyukvam Chambitau Cha
Chumbitau cha.
Sambitau Cha
Chu sound. Chumbitau cha.
Tumbi Chauta Chaucha
And in the fourth line, first word or second, Muhurapi.
Muhurapi
Okay. Parirabdhau.
Mm.
And then the second line, first word is Divi Munibhira Pankai.
TV. Okay. Tunita Kucha Param Mangetarayanti Pavantam Taralamati Yashoda Striyata Tanya Kapatak Pashutpa Matye Muktaha Kuram Te Tashana Mukala Hridyam Vishya Vakraram Jaharsha
Bhaktram, the second last word. Bhaktram ja.
Vaktram Jaharsha
Yeah. And the first line, first word, Snuta.
Snuta antella
Snuta Uchabharam.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll go start from 6. So Baiju, yeah, you can be a student, and Vidya, you can be a student, Vidya Raman. So start from stanza 6. Tadanucharanachari Darakai Sakamharan Nilayatati Shukhelan Balachapalyashali Bhavana Shukavilalan Vatsakam Shanudhavan Katamapi Kritahasair Gopakair Varito Bhu. So we were seeing about just a childhood, the pranks of Krishna, right? So like, what they were doing as they were beginning to crawl, and then they were beginning to walk, and they were going around and roaming on the muds of Gokulam and everything. So you're just talking about that once they started to walk, right? So previously they were crawling and going everywhere. So now when they start walking, so of course, like every other child does, they start roaming around through all the neighborhood houses, and all these gopikas and everybody used to enjoy looking at the pastimes of what these boys would do, because they're cow herds, right? So all they see is, they just see calves everywhere, and they see cows everywhere. So naturally they have to play with that. So they used to hold on to the tail of the calves and tail of the cows, which used to then drag them here and there, and with that they used to keep spending their times. Tadanu charana chari darakais Sakamaran. So put a in and then put a plus. So in some books, the in might be there in the next line. So you just have to move the in to the first line. So Sakamaran, then put a plus. Nilaya Tatishu Kelan Bala Chapalya Shali Bhavana Shukha Bilalan. So some books have Vidalan. It means the same thing. For consistency, we're going to make it Bilalan. So Shukha refers to a parrot, and Bilalan refers to a cat. So they were playing with the cats and the parrots and the calves and everything which are there. So Vatsakan refers to the calves. So Bhavana Shukha Bilalan Vatsakams Chanu Dhavan comma, kathamapi krita hasair gopakair varito bhuhu. तदनुचरणचारी दारकैः साकमारान् निलयततिषु खेलन् बालचापल्यशाली भवनशुकविलालान् वत्सकांश्चानुधावन् कथमपि कृतहासैर्गोपकैर्वारितो भूः.
तदनुचरणचारी दारकैः साकमारान् निलयततिषुत्खेलन् बालचापल्यशाली भवनशुकविलालान् वल्सकांश्चानुधावन् कथमपि कृतहासैर्गोपकैर्वारितो भूः. तदनुचरणचारी दारकैः साकमारान् निलयततिषुत्खेलन् बालचापल्यशाली भवनशुकविलालान् वल्सकांश्चानुधावन् कथमपि कृतहासैर्गोपकैर्वारितो भूः.
वारितो भूः.
वारितो भूः.
तदनुचरणचारी तारकैः साकमारान् निलयतदिषु केलन् बालसापल्यशाली भवनसुखविलालान् वत्सकांश्चानुधावन् कृतहासैर्गोपकैर्वारितो भूः. तदनुचरणचारी तारकैः साकमारान् निलयतदिषु केलन् बालसापल्यशाली भवनसुखविलालान् वत्सकांश्चानुधावन् कथमपि कृतहासैर्गोपकैर्वारितो भूः.
And the second line, Vidya, Bala Chapalya, cha sound, okay. Bala Chapalyashali.
Cha, oh, nasabdi, okay, chapalya.
It's cha, okay. That's a 7.
Rajesh, a
Yeah.
quick question. Last line, Kathamapi Krita Hasaihi Abdi Varma, Hasain
Hasaihi irnaka put a ir to join it. Hasair Gopakair. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That's a 7. Haladhara Sahitastvam Yatra Yatropyato Vivashapatita Netras Tatra Tatraiva Gopyaha Vigalita Grihakritya Vismruta Patya Bhrityaha Murahara Muhuratyantakula Nityamasan. So, Haladhar, although he doesn't have a hala yet, but Haladhara refers to a person. This is Balarama, right? So he says, because Krishna, you were the smaller one, wherever your elder brother Haladhara goes, you of course naturally follow him, right? And then wherever you both keep wandering, the Gopikas, whatever they used to do, they used to completely neglect or stop all the work that they were doing, and they were always keeping and looking at you, right? So he says, Krishna's activities, just to hear or to say itself is always very pleasing. So of course, the people who are there, who are witnessing it, they all used to absolutely enjoy it. And because Yashoda could not see everything all the time because she's at home working or Krishna is roaming around, so all these Gopikas used to come and then narrate to Yashoda what these boys are doing. And it is said that they all used to narrate it in the form of complaints. Not that because they were complaining against Krishna, but they felt it was fun to complain to Yashoda about all the naughty and the bad things that her children are doing. And that's how they used to come and complain to Yashoda all the time, who never used to do it. We should just take it, in a positive way. And with that, you were just keeping everybody happy in Gokulam. Haladhara sahitas tvam yatra yatropayato, vivasha patita netras tatra tatraiva gopyaha. So wherever you went to do whatever you wanted to do, you could never escape because the Gopikas were always there anywhere you went because they were all keeping an eye on you. Bigalita griha kritya vismrita patya bhrityaha. So add a visarga at the end of that line. Bhrityaha, Murahara Muhuratyantakula. It's one word. Muhuratyantakula Nityamasan. हलधरसहितस्त्वं यत्र यत्रोपयातो विवशपतितनेत्रास्तत्र तत्रैव गोप्यः विगलितगृहकृत्या विस्मृतापत्यभृत्याः मुरहरमुहुरत्यन्ताकुला नित्यमासन्.
हलधरसहितस्त्वं यत्र यत्रोपायातो विवशपतितनेत्रास्तत्र तत्रैव गोप्यः विगलितगृहकृत्या विस्मृतापत्यभृत्याः मुरहरमुहुरत्यन्दाकुला नित्यमासन् हलधरसहितस्त्वं यत्र यत्रोपायातो विवशपतितनेत्रास्तत्र तत्रैव गोप्यः विकलितगृहकृत्या विस्मृतापत्यभृत्याः मुहुरत्यन्दाकुला नित्यमासन्.
Yeah, it's muhuratyantakula.
Muhuratyantakula.
Yeah, and then the first line, last word, yatropayato. I think you are making it a pa sound there. Yatropayato.
Oh, not pa. Okay,
Yeah.
yatropayato. Okay, thank you.
हलिधर हरितस्त्वं यत्र यत्रोपयातो विवशपतितनेत्रास्तत्र तत्रैव गोप्यः विकलितगृहकृत्याः विस्मृताप्यप्रत्याः मुरहरमुहुरत्यन्ताकुला नित्यमासन्.
The third line, Vidya, krityaha illa. If you have the visarga there, just remove it. Okay, that won't come as a joining letter. And then the first line, first word is haladhara sahitastvam.
Not haladhara. Okay, thara means okay. Haladhara haritastvam.
Sahitastvam. Haladhara sahitastvam.
Haladhara sahitastvam yatra yatropayadoho vivashapatita netrastatra tatraiva gobhyah vikalita कृत्या विस्मृतापत्यभृत्याः मुहुरन्ताकुला नित्यमासन्.
And the word again, last word, last line. Muhuratyantakula.
Muhurantyakula.
The ra kapra it sound. It sound. Muhuratyantakula.
Muhuratyantakula. Muhuratyantakula nityamasan.
Correct. I cannot break that word, so you have to kind of say that. Stanza 8. Pratinavanavanhitam gopika dattamicchan kalapadamupagayan komalam kwapi nrityan sadaya yuvati lokairarpitam sarpirashnan kvachana navavipakvam dhuktamabhyapibhastvam. So here talks about all the things that Krishna used to get to eat. So when they're small right now, right? So when your children are there, when they want something, you tell them you have to sing, then I'll give you something, or you have to dance when you say something. So with that, whatever that Gopikas used to tell, because you wanted Krishna, a lot of things. One is sarpim, butter. So one is butter that you want, that is number one. So second is nava vipakvam, means freshly boiled milk. Everything they do it has to be a dairy product, right? They are all like at the end of the day, they are all cow herds, right? So whether it be butter that you used to eat or it be hot milk that they used to give, so everything which you loved, you always used to dance, and along with all the boys, you all had to dance and sing to get everything. Nothing used to come free, even though you wanted all of that. So pratinava navanitam. So pratinava now is refers to fresh butter. Navanitam refers to the fresh butter. Gopika dattam ichenne, kalapadam upagayan, komalam kwapi nrityanne. Sadaya Yuvati Lokair. I'm just breaking at that ra there. Lokair Arpitam Sarpirashnan, comma, Kwachana Nava Vipakvam Dugdham Apyapibhastvam. Just breaking that ma there. Dugdham Apyapibhastvam. Pratinhavanavanitam Gopika Dattamichhan Kalapadamupagayan Komalam Kwapi Nrityan Sadaya Yuvati Lokairarpitam Sarpirashnan Kwachana Navavipakvam Dugdhamapyapibhastvam.
प्रतिनवनवनीतं गोपिका दत्तमिच्छन् कलपतमुपगायन् कोमलं क्वापि नृत्यन् सतय युवति लोकैरर्पितं सर्परिष्णन् क्वचन नवविपक्वं दुग्धमप्यापि भस्त्वम्.
I think this third line, Lokair Arpitam Sarpirashnan.
Okay, अर्पितं सर्पिरश्नन्. Thank you. प्रतिनवनवनीतं गोपिका दत्तमिच्छन् कलपतमुपगायन् कोमलं क्वापि नृत्यन् सतय युवति लोकैरर्पितं सर्पिरश्नन् क्वचन नवविपक्वं दुग्धमप्यापिभस्त्वम्.
प्रतिनवनीतं गोपिका दत्तमिच्छन् कलपतम् उपगायन् कोमलं क्वापि नृत्यन् सदयुवति लोकैर् अर्पितं सर्पिरशन् क्वचन नव विपक्वं दुग्धमप्याभिसत्वम्.
The last word.
Apyabhipasatvam.
Apyapibhastvam.
Duktam apyabhipastvam.
Yeah, pibhastvam.
Bastvam. Pratinavanitam gopika dattamichhan kalapatam ubakhayan komalam kwabin nrityan sadayuvati lokair arpitam sarpirashan Rashnan. Sarpirashnan.
Yeah.
Kwachana navavibhakvam duktamapya vibhastvam.
Third line, first word, Sadaya. The ya sound was not coming. Sadaya Yuvati.
Sadaya Yuvati. Okay.
Yeah. Stanza 9. Mama khalu baligehe yachanam jatamastam iha punarabalanam agrato naiva kurve iti bihita mate kim deva santyajya yashnyam dadikrita maharastvam charuna choranena. Says Krishna, earlier, when you were small, when they used to go and whatever, initially when Gopikas tell you to dance, sing, you used to do that to get all this ghee and butter and milk. Later on, you came to the realization with your friends that already in my Vamana Avatharam, when I had to go and meet Mahabali, I had to go beg for 3 feet of land. He says, in Krishna Avataram, I'm not going to beg anymore for anything. So I'm not going to ask and take and dance for everything. I'm just going to start stealing. So with this, you and all your friends started stealing butter and ghee and milk that all these gopikas used to hide in different places. You said, so with this way, you started in clever ways. You started stealing all these things that they all had. Mama khalu bali gehe yachanam jatamastam. Put a im at the end of that line. Jatamastam, comma. Next line, the miha becomes iha. Iha punarabalanam, break at that ma, punarabalanam agrato naiva kurve iti vihita matihi, put a h sound to join, mateh kim deva santyajya yachnyam. So that word is Yachnyam. Yachnyam. Yachnyam, comma. Dadi ghritam aharastvam charuna choranena. Dadi refers to curd and ghritam refers to ghee. So all these things, butter, ghee, and curd and milk used to steal. Mama khalu baligehe yachanam jatamhastam iha punarabalanam agrato naiva kurve iti bihitamateh kim deva santyachya yachnyam dhadi khritamaharastvam charuna choranena.
मम खलु बलिगेः याचनं जातमास्ताम् इह पुनः बलानाम् अग्रतो नैव कुर्वे इति विहितमतिः किं देवसन्त्यज्य याज्ञाम् दधिकृतमहरस्त्वं चारुणाचोरणेन.
Baiju, the third line, bihita matih. So it's just a H sound, no he sound.
Okay, matih kim.
Yeah.
मम खलु बलिगेः याचनं जातमास्ताम् इह पुनरबलानाम् अग्रतो नैव कुर्वे इति विहितमतिः किं देवसन्त्यज्य याज्ञाम् दधिकृतमहरस्त्वं चारुणाचोरणेन.
मम खलु बलिकेः याचनं जातमास्ताम् इह पुनरबलानाम् अग्रतो नैव कुर्वे इति विहितमति किं देव सन्त्यज्य याज्ञाम् तदीगृहतम् अहरस्त्वं चारुणाचोरणेन.
Yeah, fourth line, first word, dhadi ghritam
aha. Okay, ghritam aha. Okay, ada
aharastvam.
Aharastvam. Mama kalu balige he yasanam jatamastam iha punarab balana agrato naiva kurve iti vihitamati kim deva santyajya yajñam gritham aharastvam charunachoranena.
That's it. Tabadhadighritamoshe ghoshayosha jananam abhajada hridi rosho navakasham nashokah hridayamapi mushetva harsha sindhonyadhastvam samamashamaya rogan vatagehadhinatha. Says Krishna, even though you used to steal, you resorted to stealing, and with all these dhadi and ghritam, curd and yogurt and butter from anything, the gopikas never actually had any anger or sorrow with you stealing it, right? So they know that's fine. They did not even have any problem with it being stolen. And they all used to just quietly sit and watch you steal. They never used to catch you. But then they always wanted to go and complain to your mother because they felt with that gives them an opportunity to talk about Krishna to Yashoda, right? So that was because they always loved you so much. They always wanted to talk about you. So they have something to talk about, right? So that way they used to never stop you from stealing. And then eventually they used to go and complain about you to Yashoda and see how you used to get caught. Because as a mother, Yashoda has to take care, right? So they always used to go and complain. So with this, everybody enjoyed supreme bliss with you around. So Guru Arapa, please Shamaya Rogan, please eradicate all the ailments I have. Tava Dhadi Ghrita Moshe Ghosha Yosha Jananam, put a im at the end of that line, Jananam. Next line, that Mabhajata becomes Abhajata. So Abhajata Hridi Rosho Navakasham Na Shokaha. So Shokam refers to sorrow. So no sorrow or Rosham. Rosham is anger. So no anger either. Hridayamapi Mushitva Harsha sindhau nyadhas tvam, comma, samama shamaya rogan vata gehadhinatha. तबधधिघृतमोषे घोषयोषा जनानाम् अभजत हृदि रोषो नावकाशं न शोकः हृदयमपि मुषित्वा हर्षसिन्धौ न्यधास्त्वं सममशमय रोगान् वातगेहाधिनाथ.
तव दधिघृतमोषे घोषयोषा जनानाम् अभजद हृदि रोषो नावकाशं न शोकः हृदयमभिमुषित्वा हर्षसिन्धौ न्यधास्त्वं सममय शमय रोगान् वादगेहातिनाथ.
समम शमय.
मम शमय.
Yeah.
Okay. तव दधिघृतघोषे घोषयोषा जनानाम् अभजद हृदि रोषो नावकाशं न शोकः हृदयमभिमुषित्वा हर्षसिन्धौ न्यधास्त्वं समम शमय रोगान् वातगेहातिनाथ.
Second time, Baiju, when you said something different in the first line. It is Dhadigrita Moshe.
Dhadigrita Moshe.
Yeah, that's fine. You said Ghoshe 2 times there. The second time, yeah.
Okay.
Davadadikrita Moshe Yosha Jananam Abhajata Hriti Rosho Navakasam Nasokaha Hridayam Abhimushitva Harsha Sindhau Nyatastvam Samama Samaya Rogan Vadage Hadinata Tavadati Kritamokshe Goshayosha Jananam Abhajata Hridi Rosho Navakasam Nasokaha Hridayam Avimushitva Harsha Sindhau Nyadastvam Samama Samaya Rogan Vadage Hadinata.
So this chapter, like it has extra 2 stanzas, which I don't know how it got added at what point, because normally it wouldn't end with Samama Shamaya Rogan, means that's the end of it. But then there are 2 more stanzas. Some books may have it, some books may not. I sent it in the WhatsApp group today morning, so hope you all have it. I only have it in English and Sanskrit. So if any of you need Tamil, you have to maybe put it in ChatGPT to translate it. So stanza 11, that follows the 4-liner tune. शाकाघ्रेत विधुं विलोक्य फलमित्यम्भां च तातं मुहुः सम्प्रार्थ्यात तदा तदीय वचसा प्रोक्षिप्तबाहौ त्वहि चित्रं देवशशीसते कर्मघात् किं ब्रूमहे सम्पतः ज्योतिर्मण्डलपूरिता किल वपुः प्रागाविराड्रूपताम्. So this is not a well-known story or incident, because like I said, it's not there in Bhagavatam either. So I don't know at what point it got added to Narayaneeyam. So at one time, Krishna, when you were sitting with your parents, Yashoda and Nandagopal, and then at night, very similar to how Hanuman looked at the sun and thought that it was a mango. So you were looking at the moon and you thought it was a fruit, because you were seeing it at the tip of the branch of a tree from where you were sitting. So from that angle, it seemed like it is a fruit which is there at the end of the tree. But your parents said, no, it's not a fruit, it's a moon. But somehow, you then stretched your arms because you were trying to grab that fruit from where you were sitting. And then it felt to Yashoda and Nandagopal that as if that entire light was coming on to you. So they were able to see a form of you with completely lit up with the brightness of the moon. So they very briefly, all these experiences they have, including next to Dasakam that Yashoda is going to have, they just feel for a fraction of a second and then it comes back to normalcy. So they really don't get to experience it. They only experience for a very small amount of time. So with that time, they suddenly saw your entire body was illuminated with that light of the moon. Shaka Greta Bidhum Bilokya, comma, Thalam Ityambam Tatam Muhuhu, comma, Samprartyata tada tadiya vachasa, comma, prokshipta bahau tvayi. Shakagreta vidhum vilokya phalamityambam chatatam muhuhu samprartyata tada tadiya vachasa prokshipta bahau tvayi.
Rajesh, just a quick question.
Yeah.
The first line, it is Shakagre. The sound is there.
Yeah. It should be Shakagreta. It is like the S symbol and then a tha should be there. Shakagreta.
Okay. Thank you.
Rajesh, I will try my level best, okay?
Okay.
I'm not able to. Shakagreta vidum vilokya phalamityapyam cha tata muhu sampradyadi
Samprartyata.
sampratyada tada tatiya vachasa prokshipta bahu tvayi.
Are you normally following Malayalam?
Yeah, I'm following Malayalam.
Okay. So if you, I don't know, Pramila has Malayalam, otherwise you can message Sindhuji or Priya or any of them, Rati, if you know Jyoti, any of them.
Yeah, Jyoti, I know Jyoti.
Yeah, so they should have this in Malayalam. So just check.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Chitram.
Yeah, just the first two lines. Yeah. Keep one more time. Yeah.
Shakagreta vidum vilokya phalamityabhyachatata muhu sampradyadi tatha tadi yavachasa prokshitabaho tvayi.
Yeah, samprartyata. Second line, first word.
Sampratyata tada. Thank you.
Shaka kredavitum vilokya balamityambham sadhatam muhu samprartyata. நான் அந்த லைனை அது சரியா அது பிரேக் பண்ற இடத்துல பிரேக் பண்ணல, பட் சாரி.
Vilokya, after vilokya it's a comma, first line. Yeah.
Vilokya, ஆமா. ததா ததீய வசசா ப்ரோஷிப்த பாஹௌ த்வயி शाखाक्रेदवितं विलोक्य बलमित्यम्बां सधातं मुहुः सम्प्रार्त्यात् दधीयवशसा प्रोक्षिप्त बाहौ त्वयि.
Chitram deva shashi sate karamagat, comma, kim brumahe sampatah, comma, jyotir mandala puritakhila vapuhu, comma, praga virad rupatam. Chitram deva shashi sate karamagat kim brumahe sampatah jyotir mandala puritakhila vapuhu praga virad rupatam.
Chitram devar shashi sate karmagata ki brume sampataha jyotir mandala purita kilavapu prag virad
rupatam. And skila vapuhu. There's a visarga there in the fourth line.
Okay. Chitram deva shashi sate karmagadaki brumahe sampataha jyotir mandala purita kilavapuhu praga virad rupatam.
Praga. Okay, that word. I know it's English, it's hard to read, yeah. And then the third line is karmagat.
Yeah, Rajesh, I just want to say something. This is Madhvi. Yeah. I copied pasted into Copilot. It gave me Telugu version of it in like 1/100th of a second. So
yeah, it's very fast. You just have to copy it. Yeah, exactly. So
thank you.
Yeah, just put it in chat GPT, it will give you
Yeah.
instantly. Yeah.
Including the meaning.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
चित्रं देवशशी सते करमगात् किं ब्रूमहे सम्पतः ज्योतिर्मण्डलपूरिताखिलवपुः प्रागाविराड्रूपताम् चित्रं देवशशी सते करमगात् किं ब्रूमहे सम्पतः ज्योतिर्मण्डलपूरिदाखिलवपुः प्रागाविराड्रूपताम्
That's it. Kim kim bhatethamiti sambramabhajamenam brahmarnavekshanamamum parimajyatatam mayam punastanaya mohamayim vitanvanne anandachinmaya jaganmaya pahiroghat. Like we said, see this, your father, Nandagopa and Yashoda, they were all just immersed in a state of bliss by being able to experience all of this. And this, you just, for a fraction of a second, you expose to them that you indeed are, the Ananda Chinmaya. You are the supreme bliss consciousness who has taken incarnation with this form. And with this, you just showed them for a brief amount of time. O Guruvarapa, please pahirogat, eradicate all my diseases. Kim kim batedamiti sambhrama bhajamenam, brahmarnave khanamamum parimajya tatam mayam punas tanaya mohamayim vitanvan, ananda chinmaya jaganmaya pahirogat. So this also, the tune is different in this. Kim kim batedamiti sambhrama bhajamenam brahmarnavekshanamamum parimajyatatam mayam punastanaya mohamayim vitanvan ananda chinmaya jaganmaya pahirogat.
किं किं बतेतमिति सम्भ्रमभाजमेनः ब्रह्मार्णवे क्षणममुपरिमज्यतातं मायाम् और मायां पुनस्तनय मोहमयि वितन्वन् आनन्दचिन्मय जगन्मय पाहिरोगात्.
First line, last word, bhajamenam im sound.
Okay. किं किं बतेदमिति सम्भ्रमभाजमेनं ब्रह्मार्णवेक्षणममुं परिमज्यतातं मायां पुनस्तनय मोहमयि वितन्वन् आनन्दचिन्मय जगन्मय पाहिरोगात्.
किं किं बदेतमति सम्भ्रमभाजमेनं ब्रह्मार्णवेशनममुं परिमज्जितातं तातं माया पुनस्तनयमोहमयीं वितन्वन् आनन्दचिन्मय जगन्मय पाहिरोगात्. किं किं बदेतमिति सम्भ्रमभाजमेनं ब्रह्मार्णवेशनममुं परिमज्जितातं माया पुनस्तनयमोहमयीं वितन्वन् आनन्दचिन्मय जगन्मय पाहिरोगात्.
Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Yeah.
A question for
Yeah.
the Brahmarnave Kshanamamum அப்புறம் பரிமஜ்யை இல்லையா?
இல்ல, பரிமஜ்ய, double ij and a ya, parimajya tatam.
And then vitanvana, vitanvan. Okay.
If you are following the English, it's difficult sometimes to say but it's vitanvan. Okay. Dasakam 46. You guys can do one stanza and then we'll switch. So it's Vishwa Rupa Pradarshana Varnanam. So showing this revelation of the cosmic form, full cosmic form to Yashoda. अयि देव पुरा किल त्वयि स्वयमुत्थानशये स्तनन्धये परिजृम्भणतो व्यपावृते बदने विश्वमचष्टवल्लवी. So one day, and this two incidents which happen here. The first stanza is one incident, and then the rest of the stanzas are another incident. So this first incident kind of happens in sequence before Dashakam 44, but everybody has put it here because it seems connected. So one day when Yashoda was breastfeeding Krishna, like he was lying on the lap of Yashoda, drinking milk. And when he had almost finished drinking milk, and the babies gently fall asleep after they finish drinking the milk. So he was getting very tired, and then he had to yawn. So to yawn, when Krishna opened his mouth to yawn, so all of a sudden Yashoda peeped into his mouth because Krishna is lying on her lap, and when she looked into his mouth, she suddenly saw the entire world in his mouth for a fraction of a second. So she saw everything that is to be seen. She saw the earth. She saw all the different things. So when she saw this entire universe in his mouth for a second, suddenly, her she could not do understand what to do, because imagine you look into your children's mouth suddenly and you see the entire world. So she suddenly started panicking, and she thought something wrong with her, right, that she's able to see all this. So she closed her eyes, so she did not get a chance to witness and experience whatever is to be seen, right, because she was afraid that something was wrong, either something is wrong with her or something was wrong with Krishna. So Krishna, you swayam uttanashe, you on your own, you tried to show Yashoda the entire world, universe that is to be there, but she could not grasp it because she was very afraid of what was going to happen, and then she closed her eyes. So with she didn't get a chance to see. So because of which, later on, you're going to give her enough time to be able to see what is there. Ayi deva pura kila twayi, comma, swayam uttanashaye stanandhaye परिजृम्भणतो व्यपावृते, बदने विश्वमचष्ट वल्लवी, लॉन्गी. अयि देव पुरा किल त्वयि स्वयमुत्थानशये स्तनन्धये परिजृम्भणतो व्यपावृते बदने विश्वमचष्ट वल्लवी.
अयि देव पुरा किल त्वयि स्वयमुत्थानशये स्तनन्दये परिजृम्भणतो व्यपावृते वदने विश्वमचष्टवल्लवी. अयि देव पुरा किल त्वयि स्वयमुत्थानशये स्तनन्दये परिजृम्भणतो व्यपावृते वतने विश्वमचष्टवल्लवी.
अयि देव पुरा किल त्वयि स्वयम् उत्थानसखे स्तनन्तये परिजृम्भणतो व्यपावृते वदने विश्वमचष्टवल्लवी. अयि देव पुरा किल त्वयि स्वयम् उत्थानसखे स्तनन्तये परिजृम्भणतो व्यपावृते वदने विश्वमचष्टवल्लवी.
The first line, last word, stanandhaye.
स्तनन्दये
Okay, we'll switch halfway. Sita Lakshmi, you can be a student, and Deepa, you can be a student. Stanza 2. Punarapyata balakai samham twahi leela nirate jagatpate phala sanchaya vanchana krudha tava mridbhojanam uchurarbhakaha. That incident got over, right? It was forgotten, because for a fraction Yashoda thought maybe she saw something accidentally, or it never happened. So fast forward. So one day, Krishna is now playing with his friends, with Balarama and all the other people. So they all had stolen fruits, from somewhere else, and Krishna stole those fruits from those children. So now the children got angry, so they decided to go complain to Yashoda, because they're not able to get the fruits from Krishna. But they can't tell Yashoda that Krishna stole the fruits, because then Yashoda will ask, where did you all get the fruits from? Which itself was stolen fruits, right? So now they wanted to put Krishna in trouble. So they go and tell Yashoda that, your son Krishna is eating mud. He's not listening to us. We tried our best, but he's not listening, and then he's eating mud. So you really have to come and take him away. So that way Yashoda can come and take Krishna away. So mrid here refers to mud. Mrid bhojanam. So he's eating mud as if it is his food. Punarapyata balakaihi. Put is balakais samam, comma. Tvai leela nirate jagatpate. Phala sanchaya vanchana krudha, comma. Tava mrid bhojanam, baking at that ma, bhojanam ऊचुर अर्भकाः पुनरप्यत बालकैः समं त्वहि लीला निरते जगत्पते फलसञ्चय वञ्चन क्रुधा तव मृद्भोजनम् ऊचुरर्भकाः. Sita, you're there?
Yeah, I am here. Yeah. पुनरप्यथ बालकैः समं त्वयि लीलानिरते जगत्पते फलसञ्जय वञ्चनक्रुधा तव मृद्भोजनम् ऊचुरभर्काः. அது ரைட்டா லாஸ்ட் வேர்ட்?
ऊचुर अर्भकाः.
ऊचुरर्भका. ओके. पुनरप्यथ बालकैः समं त्वयि लीलानिरते जगत्पते फलसञ्जय वञ्चनक्रुधा तव मृद्भोजनम् ऊचुरभर्काः.
And uchur, you can break it that way. Uchur arbhakaha.
Uchur abharkaha.
Arbhakaha.
Arbhakaha. Uchur arbhakaha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
पुनरप्यत बालकैः समं त्वयि लीलानिरते जगत्पते फलसञ्चय वञ्चनक्रुधा तव मृदभोजनम् ऊचुरुर्भकाः.
Last line. Tava mrid bhojanam.
तव मृद्भोजनम्. पुनरप्यत बालकैः समं त्वयि लीलानिरते जगत्पते फलसञ्चय वञ्चनक्रुधा तव मृद्भोजनम् ऊचुर्भकाः.
Stanza 3. Ahite pralayavadhau vibho क्षितितो यादि समस्त भक्षिणः मृदुपाशनतो रुजा भवेत् इति भीता जननी चुकोपसा. When all these boys come and complain to Yashoda, Yashoda is she's always, as a mother, she's very concerned, right? So she's about to scold Krishna, saying, why are you eating mud? But Bhattaripad is saying, Yashoda, why do you have to even worry about Krishna eating mud? He says, Pralaya Bhadau, at the end of the Pralayam, when it happens, the entire 3 worlds goes into Krishna, right? So a person who can take the entire 3 worlds into his body, why would you be afraid if he's actually eating a handful of dust or a handful of earth, mud, right? So Yashoda uses no reason he's not going to fall sick, right? You don't have to worry. But I don't know why Yashoda is chastising Krishna for eating mud when, he's samasta bhakshinaha. Entire thing is consumed by him at the end of the pralayam. Aite pralayavadhau vibho, comma, kshiti toyadi samasta bhakshinaha. Toya refers to water. So kshiti refers to, like the earth. So the earth here doesn't mean necessarily the earth that we are in. It means land, right? So all the land, all the water, everything goes into Bhagwan. So why do you have to worry about eating a handful? Kshiti toyadi samasta bhakshinaha. Mridu pashanato ruja bhavet. So the di that is there, we're going to break it into a it and a e. So bhavet, comma, iti bhita janani chukopa sa. Aite pralayavadhau vibho क्षितितो यादि समस्तभक्षिणः मृदुपाशनतो रुजा भवेत् इति भीता जननी चुकोपसा.
ऐते प्रलयावधौ विभो क्षितितो यादि समस्तभक्षिणः मृदुपाशनतो रुजा भवेत् इति भीता जननी चुकोपसा. ऐते प्रलयावधौ विभो क्षितितो यादि समस्तभक्षिणः मृदुपाशनतो रुजा भवेत् इति भीता जननी चुकोपसा.
ऐते प्रलयावधौ विभो क्षितितो यादि समस्तभक्षिणः मृदुपाशनतो रुजा भवेत् इति भीता जननी चुकोपसा. ऐते प्रलयावधौ विभो क्षितितो यादि समस्तभक्षिणः मृदुपाशनतो रुजा भवेत् इति भीता जननी चुकोपसा.
That's support. Ai durvinayatmakattvaya kimu mritsa bhatavatsa bhakshita iti matra giram chiram vibho vitatam tvam pratijagnishe hasan. So at the time when Yashoda is now, it's a conversation that is happening between Yashoda and Krishna. So Yashoda is saying, Krishna, like, what has happened? Why are you so restless that you have to eat dirt? All your friends, including your, Balarama, everybody's complaining that, eating. We have so much food at home. We all remember telling this to our children, right? We have so many things, and then you want to go have that one slice of pizza from somewhere. So she's saying there's so much food at home, so many sweets, and I can't believe you're going and eating that mud. Why would you even do that, right? So Yashoda is asking. So Krishna is saying, like any child. So if you, when the child has to say no, or when its child is lying or whatever, child also smiles because it doesn't read the emotion. So it's trying to say no, but it is actually smiling. So by looking at it, you can tell the child is lying, which is what Krishna is doing. Because he wants his mother to check, right? So he's like smiling and saying, no, I didn't eat it. All these boys are lying because they have a problem with me. And she says, even Balarama, she says, yeah, even Balarama, he has a problem with me today. So they are all lying and I did not eat mud. So he's very firm, but he's also smiling at the same time. Hasan, by smiling, you are denying that. Ai durvinayatmaka tvaya, kimu mritsa bata vatsa bhakshita iti matragiram chiram vibho, chiram is long time. For a long time, she's questioning, saying, did you really eat it? Chiram vibho, bitatam tvam prati jagnishe hasan. Ai durvinayatmakatvaya kimu mritsa batavatsa bhakshita iti matragiram chiram vibho bitatam tvam prati jagnishe hasan.
ऐ दुर्विनयात्मकत्वया किमु मृत्सा बतवत्स भक्षिता इति मातृगिरं चिरं विभो वितथां त्वं प्रतिजज्ञिषे हसन्. ऐ दुर्विनयात्मकत्वया किमु मृत्सा बतवत्स भक्षिता इति मातृगिरं चिरं विभो वितथां त्वं प्रतिजज्ञिषे हसन्.
ऐ दुर्विनयात्मकत्वया किमु मृत्सा भतवत्स भक्षिता इति मातृगिरं चिरं विभो विततां त्वं प्रतिजग्निषे हसन्. ऐ दुर्विनयात्मकत्वया किमु मृत्सा बतवत्स भक्षिता इति मातृगिरं चिरं विभो विततां त्वं प्रतिजग्निषे हसन्.
That's fine. Aite sakalaiर्विनिश्चिते विमतिश्चेद्वदनं विधार्यताम् इति मातृविभत्सितो मुखं विकसत्पद्मनिभं व्यधारयः. So when Krishna repeatedly keeps denying, then Yashoda is telling, okay, if you are not eaten, then open your mouth. This is very similar to when we Johnny, yes, Papa, eating sugar, no, telling lies, no, open your mouth, which is the exact same thing. She's telling, that was ripped off from here, right? She's telling, did you eat? Krishna says no. She says, are you lying? Krishna says no. Then she says, then open your mouth, right? So when she questions this, and Krishna says, so you don't trust me, like I'm telling you, I did not eat this. All my friends are lying, but instead of that, you are now not trusting me. So here you can look into my mouth and check it for yourself. With that, because at Padma Nibham, your beautiful lotus-like mouth, you open, oh Krishna, open it wide so Yashoda can peep into it and see how much mud you have eaten. Aite sakalair vinishchite, bimatish ched vadanam vidaryatam iti matru bibharsito mukham, vikasat padma nibham vyadarayah. Aite sakalaiर्विनिश्चिते विमतिश्चेद्वदनं विधार्यताम् इति मातृविभत्सितो मुखं विकसत्पद्मनिभं व्यधारयः.
Rajesh, first line la enga comma?
After nishchite,
Okay.
vinishchite.
Aite सकलैर्विनिश्चिते विमतिश्चेत्वदनं विदार्यताम् इति मातृविभर्सितो मुखं विकसत्पद्मनिभं व्यदारयः. अयिते सकलैर्विनिश्चिते विमतिश्चेत्वदनं विदार्यताम् इति मातृविभर्सितो मुखं विकसत्पद्मनिभं व्यदारयः.
Deepa, mute it.
अयिते सकलैर्विनिश्चिते विमतिश्चेद्वदनं विदार्यताम् इति मातृविभर्तिस्तो मुखं विकसत्पदमनिभं व्यदारयः.
The fourth line left. Matra bibharsito. Bhartsito mukham.
Bhartsito mukham. Aite sakalaiर्विनिश्चिते विमतिश्चेद्वदनं विदार्यताम् इति मातृविभर्सितो मुखं विकसत्पदमनिभं व्यदारयः.
And the last word, padmanibham.
विकसत्पद्मनिभं व्यदारयः.
That's a 6. Apimrillabadarshanotsukaam jananeem tam bahutarpayanniv prithivim nikhilam na kevalam bhuvananyapyakilanyadirishah. So then Yashoda, who's like looking, because as a mother, she wants to prove she is right. So she's, very eager to find some mud in Krishna's mouth. So she can then tell him, look, I found it, right? So with that, when she tells and she opens into the mouth, and then this goes to 3 stanzas worth of what she's going to see. So first, it starts by saying that she did not see little bit of mud. She saw the entire universe, right? So in generally, when we talk about creation and creator, right, when we have kids playing with Play-Doh, we say, okay, I am the creator, and then I take a Play-Doh and I create something, right? So the creator is outside of the creation normally, because that's how you can create. You have to be outside of the creation itself. But here it's not. Krishna is telling that I am inside the creation right now, because Krishna is standing in Gokulam right now, and the entire creation is also inside of me. So I cannot be separated from the creation. The entire creation is inside of me, and I'm inside that creation also. So with that, he then decides to show you Akhilan, here, Bhuvananya Pyakilanya Dhidrishaha, every single thing. So, like in Tamil, they say, Unnu Vidama, because when you say everything, that means everything that is there. So, nothing was left, which means there was absolutely nothing outside of the superset that is being shown. So, literally everything Krishna is going to show Yashoda in the next several stanzas that she's going to see. Api Mrillava Darshanot Sukham, comma, Jananim Tam Bahu Tarpayenniva Prithivim Nikhilam Na Kevalam, Bhuvananyapyakilanya Didrishaha. So that entire second half of it after the comma cannot break it. So you have to say, because it's Bhuvanani Api Akilani Adidrishaha. So it's a sandhi there of 4 different words. So you cannot break that. Apimrillavadarshanotsukam Jananim Tam Bahutarpayenniva Prithivim Nikhilam Na Kevalam Bhuvananyapyakilanyadidrishaha.
Apimrillavadarshanotsukam Jananim Tam Bahutarpayenniva Prithivim Nikhilam Na Kevalam Bhuvananyapyakilanyadidrishaha. Apimrillavadarshanotsukam Jananim Tam Bahutarpayenniva Prithivim Nikhilam Na Kevalam Bhuvananyapyakilanyadidrishaha.
Apimrillavadarshanotsukam Jananim Tam Bahutarpayenniva Prithivim Nikhilam Na Kevalam Bhuvananyapyakilanyadidrishaha. Apimrillavadarshanotsukam Jananim Tam Bahutarpayenniva Prithivim Nikhilam Na Kevalam Bhuvananyapyakilanyadidrishaha.
7. Kuhachit vanamambude kvachite kvachidabhram kuhachit rasatalam manuja danujah kvachit suraha dadrishe kinna tadatvadhanane. So previously in the first stanza, because Yashoda did not get time, because she closed her eyes and she couldn't get time, Krishna said, now peacefully take a look at everything. So he says in Narayaneeyam, quickly they say, in Bhagavatam it goes stanzas of every single thing she sees. So she says about, anything that is moving, anything that is not moving. She sees the earth, she sees all the outer worlds, so all the 14 worlds, the outer space in every single direction. So she sees, whether it be water bodies or mountains or islands or forests, she's seeing fire, she's seeing all the Panchabhutam, she's seeing wind, she's seeing fire, she's seeing water, she's seeing everything. She sees all the stars that are there. She sees Kvachit Abhram. Abhram is refers to the upper worlds, like we said, the 14 worlds divided into 3, Bhulokam, and then the upper 7, the upper 6, bottom 7. So she sees Kvachit Abhram. Some places she's seeing all the top worlds which are there. And Kuhachit Rasatalam. At some time she's seeing all the bottom worlds which are actually there. And she also sees things which cannot be seen. And what I mean by that is, like when we long time back, when we did Dasakam 5, 6, 7, and we talked about this, about the gunas and the senses and all of that, right? The creation of everything. She's able to understand how all these things happen. She's able to understand how, anything you do creates a karma which somebody has to see, because we are all in a point in time. But in reality, everything is existing at the same time. So she's able to see all of this in action. So she can see how somebody making a mistake is going to reflect sometime in a different way somewhere else. So essentially, she's able to understand the entire cosmic manifestation, everything that is there to be seen or to be known. She's able to witness it and she's able to experience it all inside the mouth right now. Kuhachit Vanam, I'm just breaking at that ma there. Vanam Ambhudihi, put a ich sound. Ambhudih Kvachit, comma. Kvachidabhram Kuhachit Rasatalam. So it's easy to break the dra into it and a ra there. Kuhachit Rasatalam. Manuja Danujaha, put a ih, Danujah, Kvachit Suraha, add a visarga and a comma. So Danuja refers to Asuras, Sura refers to the gods. So Kvachit Suraha, comma, Dadrishe Kim na Tada Twadanane. This is what all was not seen. So pretty much everything that is there to be seen was seen. Kuhachid vanamambhude kvachite kvachidabhram kuhachid rasatalam manuja danujah kvachit suraha dadrishe kinna tada twadhanani.
कुहुचित् वनमम्बुदिः क्वचित् क्वचिदभ्रं कुहुचित् रसातलं मनुजादनुजाः क्वचित् सुराः ददृशे किं न तथा तदा त्वदानने कुहुचित् वनमम्बुदिः क्वचित् क्वचिदभ्रं कुहुचित् रसातलं मनुजादनुजाः क्वचित् सुराः ददृशे किं न तदा त्वदानने.
First line, last word, kuhachid, kuhachid rasatalam.
कुहचित् क्वचिदभ्रं कुहचित् रसातलं. करेक्ट?
Yeah.
कुहचिद्वनम् अम्बुदिः क्वचित् क्वचिदभ्रं कुहचिद्रसातलं मनुजादनुजाः क्वचिदसुराः ददृशे किं न तदा त्वदानने कुहचिद्वनम् अम्बुदिः क्वचित् क्वचिदभ्रं कुहचिद्रसातलं मनुजादनुजाः क्वचिदसुराः ददृशे किं न तदा त्वदानने.
Kvachit suraha, and the second line, first half. Kvachit suraha.
क्वचित् सुराः.
Stanza 8. Kalashambhudishahinam punaha paravaikunthapadaadivasinam swapurascha nijarbhakatmakam katidha tvam nadadarsha samukhe. So in the previous stanza, when she saw everything that is there inside this Brahmandam, the next stanza, she is seeing what is there outside of this Brahmandam, which is what Brahma saw in the 7th Dasakam when we said Kalam Bodha Kalaya Komala Ruchi. I told you to mark that as a very important stanza, where he saw the whole Narayana lying down, right? Which is what Yashoda is seeing. She's now going outside of this Brahmandam and she's seeing in Vaikuntham, she's seeing this Narayana lying on Adishesha, who was in the color of the dense, the gray rain-bearing clouds. His face is looking very smiling and charming. He had Ashtabhujam, he had 8 hands, and each of that he was having, Gada, Padmam, and all of that. He was wearing the Kaustuba gem. He had the Srivatsa mark, and she saw this entire Narayana and all the people who are around Narayana. Right, so Mahalakshmi and Nanda, Sunanda, few of the attendants. So she's seeing all of that. So sitting in Gokulam, she's seeing whatever is there inside this Brahmandam and whatever is there outside of the Brahmandam in Vaikuntham, all in an instant right now. Kalashambhudi Shayinam Punaha, Para Vaikuntha Padadivasinam Swapurascha Nijarbhakatmakam, Katidha Tvam na Dadarsha Sa Mukhe. We'll do one time because we only have 10 minutes left. Kalasham Bhudishahinam Punaha Paravaikunta Padadhivasinam Swapurascha Nijarbhakatmakam Katidha Tvam Nadadarsha Samukhe.
कलशाम्बुदिशायिनं पुनः परवैकुण्ठपदाधिवासिनं स्वपुरश्च निजार्भकात्मकं कतिधा त्वां न ददर्श सामुखे.
कलशाम्बुदिशायिनं पुनः परवैकुण्ठपदादिवासिनं स्वपुरश्च निजार्भकात्मकं कतिधा त्वां न ददर्श सामुखे.
विकसद् भुवने मुखोदरे नानुभूयोऽपि तथा विधाननः अनया स्फुटमीक्षितो भवान् अनवस्थां जगतां बतातनोत्. So, there's two instances in this where Krishna will essentially tell or show to people that every single thing is Krishna itself. There's nothing that is not Krishna. So this is one example where he's showing to Yashodha that everything that is there inside the Brahmandam is inside of me, right? It is me. And then even outside of the Brahmanda, when you're looking at Vaikuntham, that's also me, right? There's no difference. It's me who's that is in this. And again in Dasakam 51, it's going to come in a different form. So anyway, so that he's giving her the opportunity to see that. Next, so now that he's seen everything inside the Brahmandam, everything which is outside of the Brahmandam, she's now seeing inside the mouth, she's seeing herself. So she's now coming back to Vrindavan. I mean, sorry, Gokulam. I keep telling Vrindavan because it's going to come later. So she's in Gokulam, outside of her house, where she's seeing an Yashoda looking inside a Krishna who has his mouth open, and inside of that, she's seeing another Yashoda who's looking inside Krishna's mouth. And this, like, when you go to Navy Pier in Chicago, you have those mirrors which just keep reflecting and showing again and again. So she's showing similar, she's seeing that all of this seems to be going inside the mouth in infinite, right? So she cannot even understand, she cannot even comprehend what is actually happening. So first she saw this entire world and she's seeing Vaikuntham. Now she's seeing herself there. She's seeing Krishna inside that. It just keeps on going as if there is no end to it, right? And she's not able to even grasp what is actually happening right now. She's kind of showing this, the infinity levels of how it's all embedded inside Krishna's mouth. Vikasat bhuvane mukhodare, nanu bhuyopi tatha vidhananah anaya sphutam ikshito bhavan. So that na, we're going to break it in, Next word starts with the a. Anavastham jagatam batatanut. See, we have 8 more minutes. You can do two times, Sita. That's fine. Vikasad bhuvane mukhodare नानुभूयोऽपि तथा विधाननः अनया स्फुटम् ईक्षितो भवान् अनवस्थां जगतां बतातनोत्.
विकसद्भुवने मुखोदरे ननुभूयोऽपि तथा विधाननः अनया स्फुटमीक्षितो भवान् अनवस्थां जगतां बतातनोत्. विकसद्भुवने मुखोदरे ननुभूयोऽपि तथा विधाननः अनया स्फुटमीक्षितो भवान् अनवस्थां जगतां बतातनोत्.
विकसद्भुवने मुखोदरे ननुभूयोऽपि तथा विदाननः अनया स्फुटमीक्षितो भवान् अनवस्थां जगतां बतातनोत्. विकसद्भुवने मुखोदरे ननुभूयोऽपि तथा विदाननः अनया स्फुटमीक्षितो भवान् अनवस्थां जगतां बतातनोत्.
धृततद्वदीयं तथा क्षणं जननीं तां प्रणयेन मोहयन् स्तनमम्बदिशेत्युपासजन् भगवन्नद्भुतबाल पाहि माम्. So when Yashoda is seeing all of these things, like she's beginning to wonder, is this like, because for now, she is able to be at present, right? So she's thinking, what is all this that I'm actually seeing? So she's seeing, is this something that I suddenly have become very intelligent or more powerful that I'm able to see all this? Or is something wrong with my son, or is my son somebody great that I'm able to see all that in his mouth? And then she first thinks, is it really a dream? And then she comes back and says, no, it's not a dream. I'm actually seeing all this, right? And then she gets, because she's now got the supreme knowledge, which is to be gained. So she now comes to realize, I can realize now that I am not who I am. I am not Yashoda, right? And I feel like I'm married to Nanda, but I'm actually not married to Nanda. It is just like I'm just taking an incarnation in this world as Nanda's wife, right? And the true me is not who is actually sitting there. right? And everything that is to be known, she gets that supreme knowledge for a fraction of a second. Because remember, if you all understand the true knowledge, then you are liberated, right? If Yashoda comes to that knowledge, then she's going to be liberated instantly. Then there is no Krishna, there is no more leelas that she can enjoy. So she gets that knowledge of saying that I am actually so insignificant right now. Because she now realizes I am not the Yashoda I think I am, right? So she gets all that knowledge. But the moment she's beginning to wonder, why am I even here? I've realized my true self right now. And she's about to get liberated. At that time, Krishna as a child asks his mother, I'm hungry, I need milk, right? You got to feed me. So the moment he asks that, instantly all that goes away. All the knowledge that she got goes away instantly. And now she's become a mother again. So she's forgotten everything that she saw. She's lost all the knowledge that she actually had for a fraction of a second. She's back to being a mother again, trying to breastfeed the child here. So with that, this comes to an end. Guru Arapa, please eradicate all the ailments I have. Dhrita tadvadhiyam tadakshanam, jananīm tam pranayena mohayan stanamambha dishetyupasajan, Bhagavan Adbhuta, it becomes a double na there. Bhagavan Adbhuta Bala Pahima. So Krishna, with this, you then exhibited your wonderful leelais as a child to your mother here. Dhrita tadvadhiyam tadakshanam jananīm tam pranayena mohayan stanamam bhadishetyupasajan Bhagavan Adbhuta Bala Pahimam.
धृततत्त्वधियं तदाक्षणं जननीं तां प्रणयेन मोहयन् स्तनमम्बदिशेत्युपासजन् भगवन्नद्भुतबालपाहि मां धृततत्त्वधियं तदाक्षणं जननीं तां प्रणयेन मोहयन् स्तनमम्बदिशेत्युपासजन् भगवन्नद्भुतबालपाहि माम्
धृततत्त्वधियं तदाक्षणं जननीं ता प्रणयेन मोहयन् स्तनमम्बदिशेत्युपासजन् भगवन्नद्भुतबालपाहि माम् धृततत्त्वधियं तदाक्षणं जननीं ता प्रणयेन मोहयन् स्तनमम्बदिशेत्युपासजन् Bhagavan-adbhuta-bala-pahi mam.
Deepa, in the first line after the comma, Jananeem tam, im sound there.
Jananeem tam pranayena mohayi.
Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Sandhanandhavabodhatmakamanupamitam kaladeshavadebhyam nirmuktam nityamuktam nigamashatasahasrena nirbhasyamanam aspashtam drashtamatre punarurpurushartatmakam brahmatattvam tattavadbhati sakshat gurupavanapure hanta bhagyam jananam काहेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. Thank you,
Rajesh. Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh ji.
Bye everyone. Bye.